So there literally comes a point where you have to decide and make the decision. Am I gonna sink or am I gonna swim? And this is where your subconscious has to decide, because for the majority of my life, this was me in this old programmed reality, thinking that I need to literally live someone else's life for so many years, okay? And then I was trying to go here, but if I'm living here and there's so much old programming and subconscious programming of just trauma and unhealthy patterns in my life, then if I'm trying to get here, I have to at least uncover all of that subconscious programming so I can realize that I'm able to swim and then transcend my energy to something higher and something greater in my life. And let me tell you, it's so hard to actually be able to feel like you're safe in your body after so many years of being in fight or flight and so many years of feeling like you aren't worthy of the life that you're living, okay? It's the painful reality that once you start understanding that there are so many things in your life that you're literally doing because someone told you to do that, okay? For so long, that's how I was living my life. And for so long, I was just afraid to just live authentically for myself and for who I want to be. And I was scared of making YouTube videos and scared of really putting myself fully out there. And I was feeling insecure and having this imposter syndrome. And what if these people are going to judge me, and all these people, like, who cares? Literally, who cares? Let them literally judge you all they want. But you just know deep down internally that you are feeling like your fullest self. And I would say this energy that you can feel like your full self, you have to begin to be able to understand and disconnect and detach literally completely from all things, people, environments, places, energetic people, or things that have siphoned your energy and completely stole all your energy. And there are people out there that will siphon your energy and drain your energy out and make you think that you aren't worthy of this life. They will literally make you feel unworthy. They will make you feel that what you have to say isn't correct. And it's not the way to live. It's really not the way to live. And there are it's this beautiful feeling of when you begin to live truly in your authentic self and in your fullest state of alignment. There comes this feeling of safety within your body and realizing that no one's gonna have to tell me what I do. No one's gonna tell me how to live my life. No one's gonna tell me what I do. I'm gonna focus and live my life. And I would say for a really long time, one of the harder things for me to do is focus my energy and not keep pulling myself back to the sinking area. So in order to have focused energy, you really have to be able to mute out everything around you. And it's so important to be able to mute out energy around you that's draining your energy and stealing your fuel and your power, because there are people out there that will, when you're healing and when you're on an awakening journey, I'm telling you, there are people out there that will stalk everything you do. They will look at all your stories. They will just stare at everything you do, but deep down they will feel this jealousy and this envy towards you because they wish that they can be as fluid and free as you, and they can't because they're still trapped in their own body, okay? And those people that are still trapped in their own body and living an unconscious life, and many times those type of people, for example, for me, they raised me. A lot of my own people that raised my parents, like, I wouldn't say my parents full on, but like my mom, it's so hard for me to relate to her. I love her so much, but there is this place, even talking about it, it's giving me high blood pressure. Like, I literally feel like my cheeks getting flushed. Like, I'm not even kidding. But there is this feeling with my mom that she just doesn't understand my life, and she never will. And sometimes I have these really painful feelings from her, like I'm not good enough for her, and she always, every time she sees me, she's trying to change a part of me, and she will always, for example, buy me really long skirts to wear because she doesn't want me to wear short skirts, and she wants me to be this way, and her view of the world and her box of the world. And if I branch out a little and try to become my own person and live my own life, she doesn't get it, and she thinks that something's wrong with me, and there's only worthy people in this world when they are married and have kids. And there's just this energy that once you understand and you get an awareness that the same people that raised you in your life might not necessarily have your best intentions, because they are living an unconscious life. They don't understand the depth of your soul deep down, okay? And the depth of your soul is much deeper than these energetic, draining people that are probably closest to you, and it could be close friends of yours, and these people are really close to you, around you. And like I said, I love my mom, but there's an energy that I get from her, and I have to really work on this energy of getting an awareness that I have to, when I speak with her, think one thing and say another thing. So what I'm doing is manipulating myself and then manipulating her, because I'm not aligning with my truest self, and I can't speak my truest self. So this energy can really hinder a person from feeling like they can become aligned. But as soon as I got this awareness when I was journaling the other day, I was like, this ain't my life. I'm not saying one thing and speaking another anymore. Like, screw that life. I'm going to be authentic to myself. I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm going to live my life. And there also comes when you are super, I would say, growing up really religious. There's this energy that people around you and around me will like over sexualize a female. So like if she's showing a little too much skin, they will get really uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable in their own body. So then they will take that uncomfort and be like, hey, you should cover yourself up and wear more clothes so you look more modest for me, so I feel more comfortable. And that energy is such a sickening manipulation energy. It drains the life out of me. I'm not even kidding. I'm telling you, it drains the life out of me. But I need to begin to allow myself to channel this draining energy and give it fuel for me, so I can become and live my life and be free of this guilt and shame for my own body. And my own body is my sacred temple. It's my body, it's my soul. It's where I am for the rest of my life. And I always say, your body is your first home. Literally, your body is your first home. Then after that is your home. So that's your second home. And then after that is your, I would say, yeah, it's basically like your body is your first home, and then your home is your second home. And some people think like, yeah, my home, my furniture, my stuff I own, everything that's my home. It's really not, because you are taking your body everywhere you go. And really, that's important to understand, that your body is going to be your first home, and you have to feel safe within your body everywhere you go. And if you don't feel safe within your own body and within your own frame, you can't feel really safe then to be in other people's like energetic fields and have conversations. And that's also something that has, I would say, really has gotten me to a place where I can't even begin to understand some relationships in my life that I don't feel worthy or safe to be in those relationships, because I don't feel safe in my body, because when I'm around certain people that I was raised for my whole entire life, I wouldn't feel safe around them. So what this does is I have to completely rewire my whole entire life in the way I was raised, so I can begin to live an authentic life to myself and not feel bad in my body. Like, what the hell is that? Like, this disgusting feeling that people give you. And living a life authentic to yourself and not allowing these energy vampires to take over your life. Honestly, because energy vampires can siphon your success if you let them. And you have to realize you are able to make the decision. Literally, you make the decision right now in this moment, you watching this video, okay, that I am not going to allow these vampire energy suckers into my life anymore, okay? You have to make the decision, and then the universe will line up for you, and there will be a place where you can finally feel like your fullest self within yourself, and you cannot let these people suck and drain your energy out. And tune everyone out, tune all their energy out so you can become fullest within yourself and start realizing that you have passions, that things you like to do, create your own life. And once I started understanding my power and my worthiness in this world, not from like a egotistical way, just from like a humbleness of like, why can't I? Like everyone else is, why can't I? Literally. And once I understood this, I realized that I started my podcast and I already have like a bunch, like almost 16 episodes up. And I realized like no one is just as worthy as I am. I can also. And it was this imposter syndrome that was holding me back for so long, thinking what I have to say isn't worthy. Literally, what I have to say is just as worthy as anyone else has to say, okay? And also, I would say being in relationships that I was attracting for so long, these relationships that were this facade of a masculine energy. They like pretended to be this masculine guy because I was pretending to be a feminine girl, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't speaking my truth. I wasn't saying things how I felt. So I was attracting this masculine energy that was completely a fraud. And they were like trying to be so dominant, but when it came down to like the bottom of it, there was nothing that was actually true masculinity in them. It was more just this facade of this energy. And I noticed that as soon as I decided to become more in my feminine and speak my truth and understand that females can say what they feel and still be beautifully feminine, okay? You don't have to shut up the whole entire day, okay? That's what I was raised. That's how I thought I have to be. That the man is always right and I can't speak my truth. And like wherever he wants to go, like so much of my relationships in the past were like they would always decide where they wanted to go and I never even spoke up. I was just like, yeah, let's go there, yeah, let's go. Like, what the hell? Like, do I have a say? Do I know what I want? And then there was a couple times where I was like, I'm actually really in the mood of an acai bowl, and then the person literally just like ignored what I had to say and just we went and got pizza. I was like, when I started trying to be like a empowered feminine girl versus a passive like wimpy feminine girl, I can't. I literally can't. But yeah, it's just important to begin to live your life for yourself and realize your power and begin to feel safe in your body and in your frame. Literally, that's all. Like, that's the most important thing you can ever do for yourself. So yeah.